Good morning. Welcome back to Gamer Behind the Rose, Werewolf the Forsaken, Blood in the Soil campaign. Today, despite me forgetting to update the title, we are on episode 5. We're in the middle of some chaos in the pack. So let's go ahead and get introductions real quick, and then we can dive right in. Jeremy, what are you playing?
I'm playing a Blood Talon Rahu, currently rampaging the general direction of a taco place.
Yeah. Ender, who are you? What are you playing?
So I'm Ender Astreus. I'm playing Uncle Ben, who is an Eladoth Hunter in Darkness, and I believe the only one not under the effects of the shenanigans that just happened.
Nope.
Okay, good.
Only 2 of your pack are under the effects.
Thank God.
Yeah.
In either case, that's who I'm playing right now.
Cool. Sarah, who are you and what are you playing?
Hi, my name is Sarah. I'm playing Chloe, the Eladoth Iron Master, who is also currently rampaging towards the taco place, unfortunately.
You know, when you've got your craving, you just gotta.
I didn't even get to eat the tacos, man. I'm never gonna get to taste these delicious tacos.
I mean, I bought some for everybody last time.
Oh,
They're
good.
probably cold by now, but you know.
Well, it's not exactly where my focus is right now either.
Sacred Heart the taco.
Dennis, who are you and what are you playing?
Hey, this is Dennis. I play Jim Masters, a Cahalith Bone Shadow.
Nice. Who is not going towards tacos. And,
Well, not for the same reasons, at least.
Right? John, who are you and what are you playing?
I am John. I'm playing James Larson. He is an Iraka Iron Master, and he is face-palming that 2 of his packmates have been turned into weapons for somebody else.
Yep. All right, cool. I am David Fuller, the ST for this and other things, and freelancer for various places. Content reminder, we will not be detailing pain or torture or damage to eyeballs or nails, and we will not be detailing sexual encounters. Otherwise, everything else is on the table. So with that being said, Spooky, Chloe, and 3 members of the Panthers pack feel the need to destroy the manager of the fantastic taco joint.
Can I make a willpower check, please?
You can.
Yep. Spooky's just bolting in that direction.
So are the members of the Panther pack. Chloe here with the reason.
How far away is that place from where we are right now?
Because we went to a park.
We went to a park by car.
Right.
And so Spooky and the 3 affected Panther members are going by foot/paw. And so it's going to be a little bit before they get to the taco place.
Alright, it's going to get real awkward about 3 minutes from now when Spooky drops out.
Once they arrive, like in the college town, and 4 wolves were seen running through Cedar Falls.
I've got 3 successes on my willpower check.
Cool. What action would you like to take that is not involved hunting?
I would like to. I can. Wait, hold on. Let me check how that power works. I think I can lock myself in a car.
While she's doing that, I'm going to do something that's unfortunately going to be a little stupid myself. I'm going to drop into Little Wolf to try and or Big Wolf, whichever one I need to be in. Probably Little Wolf. To catch up to them. Okay. I am going to try and, for lack of a better description, I'm going to try and hurt them. I'm going to try and gain control of those who are in that mentality as the alpha of the group. Because then I can at least guide them.
Okay. I'll allow it.
Intent.
let's do either a leadership or an intimidation check with presence and manipulation. The penalty will be the highest composure in the group. What's your composure, Spooky?
Spooky's rocking a 3 composure.
Okay. Well, the Panther Pack isn't that fantastic, so we'll say 3. So
That's
Pre
an understatement.
has the defense on the
Power them
check.
to this.
Well done.
All I needed, 1 success.
Okay. You can direct them, but any attempt to direct them in a way that is the exact opposite of the taco place fails.
Okay.
So, like, you can direct them towards a slower route. Like, you can direct them around the campus, which is a smart thing.
Probably for the best. I will actually try and direct them in a slower, stealthier way of doing it, because
they can see the logic of being stealthy. Like I said, this doesn't make them mindless.
Okay.
So,
Well, the Panther Pack was mindless to begin with. Sorry. What?
does Spooky have stealth?
Spooky does not have stealth, and at least for the start of this, is still in Death Rage, so wouldn't be able to start stealthing anyway.
What put you in Death Rage? I'm trying to remember.
The fact that the entire pack here all had the exact same problem and none of them talked about it.
Oh, yeah, you have the pack trigger, right?
Right.
No, Spooky was just really upset at how stupid that was.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair. Okay, so Spooky is not paying attention to you.
Okay.
I forgot he was in Death Rage.
I can fix that. So I will go ahead and fix that.
You use your once a session Elidoth.
I suppose.
Okay, so Spooky's no longer in Death Rage, so he can choose to follow the more logical direction.
Yeah, at that point he'll be let himself be corralled, but Spooky is still not a stealthy person.
That's fair. That's fair. I will say that Uncle Ben is smart enough to lead you through an area that's not like the center of campus.
Actually, I can be in whatever form I want, right?
Yeah.
Okay, Spooky will shift to Dalu, and then I'd like to activate my fetish.
Cool.
The Death Mask. The one that obscures my appearance.
All right, there you go. Chloe, do you in fact have the ability to lock yourself in a car?
I do have the ability to lock myself in a car. She is not happy. She is like, this son of a bitch. I came here to fix his problem. So she races into the car, pops her power, spends an essence, and locks herself in the car and is just like, I will not kill the Taco Man. I will not kill the Taco Man. I will not kill the Taco Man.
What do Jim and James do?
How many vehicles do we have here?
Like 2, because you guys arrived in one vehicle and that pack arrived in one.
I think we should probably go try to deal with the person who's causing this problem. I'm not sure if we can get there any faster than them, but we can sure give it a try.
Yep, I'm up for that.
All right.
Do we
Chloe,
know where they're going? Did they say death to the Taco Man before bolting out the door?
No, but she's now doing this inside the car, going, I will not kill the Taco Man. I will not kill the Taco Man.
Fair enough. I think we can draw inferences from that.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay. So, Chloe, does your gift make it so that the other people can't get in the car for its duration?
No, like if they have a key, they could get in. It just locks the car. I, in theory, could unlock the door and leave. It was more of a story thematic. She panics and.
Fair. Okay. So you guys have, one of you has the key, so you can get in. So yeah, in a car, you guys will get there before the wolves that are taking a safe route, being led by Uncle Ben, because you can do things like drive through the center of town. And yeah, so you guys get there. The wolves have not arrived yet. There still appears to be some sort of service going on at the church. And business at the taco place has died down a little, but there's still about 10 customers in there having dinner. And then you can see through the window what appears to be the manager and 2 employees.
Okay, so our options at this point are to either go try to get the manager to safety or go try to stop the people in the church from doing what they're doing.
Seems like it.
What about
By the way,
Chloe?
by the way, Chloe needs another willpower check
Yep, she does.
because Chloe's just been delivered to her target.
10s explode. 2 successes.
Okay, you can take an action that's not try to find a way to kill this guy or
Okay.
plot his death.
I'm gonna look at my pack mates and I'm gonna go, is there any way to override this with another sacred hunt?
We could sure give that a try.
Also,
It takes a little while to do, though.
well, I don't know how long it's gonna take them to get here.
How long does it take to do the rite that is the level?
It's extended. You need 10 successes, and each roll is a minute.
Okay, so somebody with a decent pool would do it in like 2 to 3 minutes.
We do
Yeah,
have
probably.
good time management, so each of those is halved.
Oh, that's a
Oh.
valid point.
So somebody
Oh,
would
thank
do
God.
it in like a minute to a minute and a half. Okay. So
Once again, good time management is the best merit ever.
it's a really good merit.
Good choices.
Yeah. So you can try that.
And she's just gonna look at whoever's gonna like. She's like, preferably not one of the giant bad Wuji people.
Thank you, John. The Taco Man can. The Taco Man can.
I'm just saying.
All right. So who is doing the right, and what is your target?
I mean, if we're going to change the target, we might as well make it the giant glowing priest lady.
Yep.
Okay.
I mean, we're not telling people about werewolves who don't already know about them. And that will stop her, I suppose.
Gets prepared to cue Freebird.
Oh Lord. Okay.
So are you wanting to effectively do the right like twice, once to get Chloe out of it, and then once when we get the other ones present?
I'm
the other
looking at the
character?
right to see if it can work that way.
Yeah, that's a good question. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
they have to be present for the rite, but I don't know if they have to be present for the entire rite. It's on page 140, David, by the way.
Yeah, I'm looking at it. Finds hunters. All werewolves present are cast as hunters. They gain the condition. Brings down a spirit that is the prey of this rite. Identify its remaining essence among cells. Destroy the spirit by draining all its essence. If they chase down prey, it does not say. So I know how I interpret this. Go ahead and do it.
Okay, who wants to do it?
It's you and Dennis and it's you and Jim and Chloe are in the car.
Yeah, and I don't think Chloe could probably do it in her current state.
The other 2 pack mates came in their car, so they're like in the parking lot with you, and they have the window down, and they're looking at you guys, going like, "Any ideas you have?"
And I mean, it's hunting humans as your new target, or probably humans, so probably the Iron Master would be the best one to go.
Yeah. Well.
Can you use willpower on rights
I
to
think
get
so.
extra dice?
Yeah.
Keep in mind, you basically pick the pool of what your right is anyway.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, and I'm wondering if we have any skill in common that we could both use to assist to make it go faster.
So I was kind of thinking, I'm not entirely certain how I would perform this right in this particular instance, given the rushed situation and the fact that we're in a car at the moment. But I was kind of thinking of doing something that would be a little less obvious than the sample right. So I was
Sure.
thinking something with stealth, probably also a dex-based thing. But I'm not entirely certain the specifics of how I'm going to be performing the ritual.
I have no stealth.
Yeah, that's my best pool, if you'll allow it.
I'll allow Dex stealth.
Okay.
Like, Jim won't be able to assist, but it is your best pool, so.
Yeah, and I am going to spend a willpower just to help me try to get more successes on the initial roll here.
Being attacked by a toddler.
That's 6 successes on the first roll.
Okay.
Nice.
So 30 seconds pass. The wolves get closer, but they're not quite here yet.
Okay. They're not quite close enough for me to use it. So if I finish on a second roll, what happens then?
No. You're not going to affect the other people that are hunting. You're only going to affect the people in the car and the people like right next to you.
Okay.
But if this works, you know that it does, which means you could potentially deal
Yeah,
with them.
if we can find a way to stop those other people long enough for me to do it again. That's 3 successes on the second roll, so
Okay.
not quite enough to finish it up.
Okay.
And it's another 3 successes on the third roll.
Okay. So, Jim and James and the 2 people in the other car now have a sacred hunt for what appears to be the head priestess of that church. Chloe now has a sacred hunt for the head priestess and for the taco manager.
Oh no.
She can choose which one she focuses on first.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, never tried that before. Wasn't sure how it was going to
No,
go.
no,
The
it
book
was
does not
it was
say
It's
that one
helpful.
sacred hunt cancels out another, or that you can't do more than one sacred hunt. The book does not actually say that. You can't double up the benefit from the Sister Daw condition.
Yeah, so you couldn't have 2 people perform Sacred Hunt for the same target and get double the benefits.
Exactly. So yeah.
That's totally fine. Chloe's just like,
Hey, maybe taking care of this lady will help solve your other problem.
I hope so. I don't. The lack of the irony is not lost on me that the person who is normally the diplomacy advocate has been the person forced on this hunt.
Okay, so around this point, Uncle Ben does arrive with the rest of those on the hunt. They come in through like the side of the parking lot. A couple customers leave the taco place, so now there's only like 8 customers now, and then the 3 employees.
And how many people do we know about how many people are in the church thing?
There are many cars. Do you want to toss me some sort of skill to guess based on the architectural size of the building how many people it could hold?
I mean, I don't have those skills.
Wit streetwise?
There you go.
Oh, that might work. I'll try
Hey.
that.
David, while they're doing that, during our travel here, I would need to have asked what they are hunting in order to.
They'll let you know. Even if Spooky doesn't, they'll let you know.
All right. In which case, because I then know that I don't know what all is affecting them, so I can't deal with anything other than the fact that they know they must hunt this person.
2 successes.
So I'm going to direct that to make sure we go to a spot that is not in the open. So
You can lead them around the back.
yeah,
Okay.
but keep away from where the church entrance is, because
That's fine.
that place.
You know for a fact there is a rear entrance to the church.
I gotta tell you, David, I'm a little annoyed at myself right now because I got 3 successes on a wits streetwise roll. They were all 10s, but I have moon kissed, so they don't explode.
Lol.
I will spend an informed condition from last session to make that an exceptional success.
If you care that much. You don't need an exception on this. You guess that building could hold a little bit more than 200 people.
Well, that's going to be real obnoxious.
And based on the parking, do I think I have an idea how many people are in it right now?
About 200.
Oh, that's exciting.
I'm gonna look at the pack mates and be like, setting on fire. Option, yes, no. Works with elementary schools, does work with churches.
So this is a strip mall. So just setting it on fire will also burn down the taco place and like the...
They have insurance.
They do.
I mean, we could set it on fire and then also immediately call the fire department.
You could.
Spook is just going to go into the taco place while you're talking.
Yeah, I think we should probably go around the back regardless.
Okay. So is everybody meeting up around the back?
I presume so.
Can we place some of the Panthers that aren't under the hunt for the taco manager on front in case she tries to run out the front?
Sure, they'll do that. So the 2 that are not under the effect will stay in the front.
2 non-losers, yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't go that far.
I was about to say, oh wait, they're all losers. The snark is strong.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so they are set in the front. Everybody else is around the back. Currently, everybody is fine within their condition. You're all progressing towards the hunt. It's just what you're in the back of. The people that are trying to hunt just the taco manager are like waiting out the back door for him to like take trash out or something. And like 20, 30 feet over is everybody else that's behind the church. People behind the church are hearing music playing.
Is the back entrance to the church unlocked?
I can make it unlocked.
I mean, I could also make it unlocked, but probably less violently than that.
No, I mean, I can just touch a building and unlock all of the doors that I want.
Oh, well, that's handy.
So if the group is all assembled here and waiting for the manager to take out trash, no reason not to do another sacred hunt ritual to bring everybody onto the same page.
I was thinking the same thing.
What's going to work? Teamwork and communication. Shocking that.
Okay. So go for it.
Gonna spend a willpower again because we need to do this quickly before the manager comes out. Oh, 5 successes on the first roll.
Okay, that's 30 seconds. Nobody's came out yet.
Okay. And 5 successes on the second roll.
Bam. Okay. So now everybody has the option of everybody is targeting head priest lady, and the others are like, once we're done with her, we're gonna eat some taco people. So okay.
Not as good as we can
So
expect.
the back door is currently locked. Do you want to larceny it? Do you want to have Sarah use her gift?
I'll tear the door off if you're really doing option C.
There is an option C. Option C is tearing the door off, but I wanted to give the non-destructive route.
Yeah, I
first.
think tearing the door off might not be the best of ideas. That the sound will probably tip people off to what's going on, and we want them to not know we're coming until it's too late.
Also,
You could do worse for an improvised weapon than a door.
there might be something else to consider. The people that she was outside with, because was it Uncle Ben was the one who had the interaction with them outside, right?
Mhm.
People that she was outside with knew, but there were only like 6 people outside with her that knew about us. That doesn't mean that all 200 people in that church know.
I mean, they're about to.
I'm just trying really, really hard. It's difficult right now, but I am trying to. Oh, fuck it.
All things considered,
like-
I do think we should leave the door on the hinges so that she can lock it to make sure nobody escapes.
I can lock all of the doors in the building that I want.
Well, yeah, no, but not if they've been torn off the hinges. He makes a good
Right.
point.
That's valid. That's valid. But I
mean,
am.
it'll still lock, just
Are you
not very
spending
effectively.
an essence to unlock the door, or are you having James try to pick it? That's what I need to know right now.
I mean, if you're trying to decide, I'll be trying to pick it while you're thinking about it.
Okay, so
Yeah.
you make a Dex plus larceny check.
Make a check, because with the same essence expenditure that I used to open the door, I can lock every other door in this place. I know where all the doors are.
Yeah.
I can.
So what would be better is to use that essence all at once you guys get in, to just close the
Right.
door and unlock all of them.
I mean, I only got one success, but yeah.
Okay, it's a simple lock. So he manages to open it. So this opens into like a back storage area.
Mhm.
Are you guys going to try to be stealthy on your way in? You'll get bonuses because there is loud church music playing and people are singing.
Yeah.
Okay, so everybody do Dex plus stealth plus 2.
I would like to use a power, actually.
What do you want to do?
I want to read the loom and see if I can get some more information about what might be threatening to us here.
Okay. Doesn't that take like half your essence?
Yes, but I'm not doing anything else with it.
Fair.
Spending willpower to be good at this.
I will say that this puts you towards the back of the group because you're sitting there zoning out as people are stealthing in.
10 successes.
Wow.
I
Okay.
will take Inspired against the cult.
Sure.
And
What things are you focusing on?
Oh, you're muted.
sorry, my 2 questions will be threats and violence in the area. They seem appropriate for what we're doing.
Threats. Threats. You actually get back the Panther Pack as threats. Violence. You get back your pack and the Panther Pack. So, how did Spooky do on the stealth check?
You got a success.
That's all you need.
More than I was expecting.
Uncle Ben?
5 successes. So exceptional.
So take something.
Inspired.
Sure. How'd Chloe do?
No successes.
Okay. We'll get to you in a sec. How'd James do?
4.
Okay. And Jim, did you do the stealth check?
I'm about to.
Okay.
Do the Panther Pack do the stealth thing?
Yeah, they do. They do. Let me give them just a generic check. And they roll a bunch of 10s. All right, cool. Yeah, they're stealthy.
Okay, I'm going to try and cow them to follow us as far as what we're doing. Since I already
Okay,
had the 3
there's
of
only
them.
like one path in.
Well, more like take.
So you're just saying you want to be at the head of the group.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, there's not really like a direction thing. It's walk in storage area with like ladders and stuff.
I was more going for making sure that they will follow our lead
Sure.
more than just go off and.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they'll listen to you. That's fine. But so they have you go first. How'd Jim do?
No successes.
Okay.
And let's make this fun. Dramatic failure.
Sure. Does Chloe want to make a dramatic failure for a beat?
Sure.
Fantastic. So everybody else is going along, and Jim and Chloe try to like move forward. Like Jim's at the very back and Chloe's in front, and Jim tries to catch up after zoning out to the universe, and he's not paying attention quite yet, and they bump into each other. He bumps backwards and knocks a ladder off the wall. She manages to keep it from hitting herself in the face, but it does like knock into the wall that's on this side, which is not a real wall. It begins to tilt over, and the backdrop for the stage just falls forward.
Can I take an action as this happens?
What do you want to do?
I'm going to activate the shutdown gift that I purchased after our last game to turn off all electronics in this building.
Hell yes.
So the lights go out, any cameras stop working, everything.
Okay.
And that's when I'm gonna pop my gift and
And I
lock
got
all
a
the Goram doors.
I got a success to activate it, so everything just shuts off.
All right, cool. So for a split second, you see a stage of people wearing the priestly robes with the woman in the middle. And many people in this crowd, in total of 200, gasp in like positive like revelation at seeing your group. And you think some people towards the back are kind of like, huh? What?
What just happened?
The new people are like,
the new people that heard there was punch and pie,
This was not on the brochure.
right? So, something of note, all of you begin your countdown timer, because all of those priests that are on the stage that you are now aware of, they all kick in the crew. So you all have 20 rounds now.
Well, I was planning on spending that 20 rounds punching them anyway, so...
How many of them did you say there were?
There were 10 that generate that.
Oh yeah, we have our work cut out for us.
I mean,
Okay.
there's how many of us?
There are 10 of you.
Yeah.
We got this.
Okay, so do you guys all just shift into various monster forms and just start killing people?
I mean, that was kind of my plan to begin with, if I'm being
Or do you
honest.
do
Seems
other
appropriate.
things? Panther Pack will give Fan one moment to try to give like a different order before they join Spooky in just killing people.
can I make a willpower check to try and, I don't know what Chloe's gonna want to do, but like, she wants to know how this works and how they're able to do this. I doubt they're gonna tell her, but
Willpower check. So what you could do, your target is the lady. You weren't aware there was going to be other priests here.
Yeah.
Wait till somebody kills the lady, and then try to grab one of the priests to try to keep them alive.
Okay.
And since I know what our target is of this hunt currently, what I want to do very quickly is look for I want to look around on the stage. Is there something that appears to be the source of the right ritual, what have you? Like, do they have like a stand with a bowl in it? Do they have some sort of ritual markings on the ground? I'm looking to see if there's anything that, if we were to break that, would shatter the rite that they just put our fellows under.
Nope.
Do they have a really weird looking Bible?
Yeah. They're like reading out of like a modified Bible. Okay. So what I'm gonna do now, because like it's dark and the Panther Pack thinks that you've now like taken more time than is fair to give them an order. I'm gonna now have you guys do initiative. We're not gonna do rounds of combat against everybody, but this is gonna kind of guide the chaos. So let me pull that up. my notes.
I mean, I did have a thing for them, but this is fine. This is fine.
You
Things are going great.
Your first 3 seconds worth of action looking around, trying to examine what's going on. So, okay. So let me pull up where I'm tracking you guys' stuff. And there it is. Okay. So what's Spooky's initiative?
Spooky's at a 14.
Nice. What is Uncle Ben's initiative?
Well, I happened to roll a 1, so 6.
Nice. Okay, what's Jim's initiative?
8.
Okay. What is Chloe's initiative?
9.
Okay, and what is James?
15.
Nice. Okay, all of the humans will just go last. Panther Pack. Panther Pack will go on 10. Okay, so what does James want to immediately do?
I'm going to shift into Urshel and just try to kill the lady.
Cool.
Because screw that lady.
Okay, sounds good. She will give no resistance. So you start tearing into her.
Alright, then.
What does Spooky do?
Yeah, same thing.
I think. Okay, so between James and Spooky, you guys are able to kill this lady in this round. As she's dying, she's shouting things about, I am sorry I have failed you, Moon. And things about like, children, learn from my mistakes, so that the children of the moon do not punish you.
Do not threaten the tacos.
That is absolutely correct. She has absolutely failed.
Yeah. The Panther Pack will spend this round like literally dogpiling in on this poor lady. Okay, so Chloe, what are you initially doing? You can feel the Sister Da being fulfilled for this hunt. She is being shredded.
Okay, I am gonna try and grab one of the other priests.
Okay.
And just kind of hold them because I want some motherfucking answers.
There. Okay. Okay, they will not resist you at all.
Okay.
In fact, the priest you grab is like, I have been selected. It is an honor.
I have been chosen. I have been chosen. The claw. What?
The claw.
The claw.
Yeah.
And then the other claw. And probably a third claw.
Right?
Some
How this
teeth.
day is going.
Yep. Okay. What will Jim do initially?
Reflexive into Garu, down and dirty as many priests as I can get my mitts on.
Okay. Okay, sure. You can tear in. None of the priests resist. And what does Uncle Ben do?
So just to recap, as I was looking around, there's nothing that appears to be the source of the right, anything like that. I noticed any cameras or anything that are on that were on and rolling when we suddenly got revealed.
Make me a wits larceny.
Willpower for this because I actually want the answer. So that's 3 successes normally. I'll go ahead and spend one of my inspired to make that an exceptional.
Sure. Yeah, this has security cameras. They obviously don't have power right now, but yes, there's security cameras that were filming this place.
Okay. So my goal is to find and break the ever-living crap out of whatever controlled that.
Okay.
So
You'll have no problem with that.
that's what I'm doing.
Okay.
So destroying cameras, the evidence of what those cameras could have seen.
So, what the humans will do is, as you guys are tearing into the priest, as Chloe, you're still in human form, right?
Yep.
Okay. As Chloe is like grabbing one priest and inadvertently saving his life for now by pulling him away from Jim's slaughter. The humans. About 3/4 of the humans in this building start like in a controlled manner to rush the stage, like people at the front of like a rock concert, like pushing forward. And so they start like getting up on the stage and like trying to feel those that are in like wolf form. Yeah.
Right, choices were made.
Right. Meanwhile, about 50 people have fled
Fled to the locked doors.
Onto the locked doors in the front, trying to like kick in the glass, trying to get out. Uncle Ben.
Somewhere far to the west, a violent creature that engages in mass slaughters is like, wait, my shtick is being tread upon.
Uncle Ben, give me a wits investigation check.
No successes. Dramatic failure. I'm going to just do that.
Okay, fair enough. So you stumble around in the dark. You, as like the minute progresses, you find yourself getting stuck in the middle of the crowd of people. They are all pawing at you, feeling you, sniffing your clothes. Once Spooky and James are done slaughtering the lady, what do you guys do next?
I am going to shift into a form that can talk and ask if we want to leave people alive or not.
Spooky is just going to abandon himself to Caruth because I want my willpower back.
Okay.
That's the destroyer blood. Is abandon yourself to Caruth instead of considering other options. Also, there's a bunch of humans trying to touch me, and Spooky doesn't like that.
Okay. So you allow yourself to go ahead and go into Caruth, so you get a willpower?
I get all of it because I'm letting myself go to Caruth.
Okay, cool. So you get willpower refilled, and you just embrace the rage. Okay.
In first tongue, the herd must not know.
2 of my gifts automatically activate now to make myself more lethal because I'm in death range.
Fair enough. Okay. So he lets himself go. Chloe, give me probably an intimidation check. I will give you I'll give you +1 die. It would have been +2 or 3, but this guy sees all of this as a religious visitation, and well, he can't help but be a little scared. He's not as scared as he should be.
That's 2 successes.
Okay. And what are you asking him?
How did you interact with us?
He explains that the founder of the church, she was blessed by the moon, and then showed us how to be blessed by the moon as well. Hey, Uncle Ben is in the middle of a crowd. So Spooky and Jim are doing cleanup. Spooky is doing absolutely bonkers cleanup. The Panther Pack will join Spooky because he seems more inspiring at this moment.
Destroyer Wolf Incarnate.
Right. So what does Uncle Ben do? You've got 6 werewolves that have allowed themselves to go into death rage. You've got another that's in Gauru that's consciously taking out the humans.
I assume I have not actually gotten to being able to do anything about the cameras yet, even though that was heading that direction.
You dramatic failed your attempt to find where they're storing that data.
Yep, cool.
You in this immediate chaos will not find it.
Oh. Good. All right. Because I other reasons. Anyways, so instead, well, so everyone is currently murdering the crap out of people, and I really can't do anything about that at the moment because, as stated, the herd must not know. So they've all seen shit they shouldn't have, know about rights that they shouldn't have, and the ones who have choosing to flee are the only ones I'm willing to let live. So, because they are clearly the ones who are like, I'm not into this, and so they most likely haven't even actually seen what's going on. So good for them.
Right.
So is this space of the church, is it broken into 2 parts? Like, is the space that we are in a separate space from where the people who have fled into?
They fled. So like, there's double doors, and that's led into like a foyer.
Okay.
And so the members of Panther Pack that are outside are seeing like a reverse zombie horde. Like it's a horde of people pounding against the glass, trying to get out. And the 2 members of Panther Pack are just looking around, like trying to make sure that nobody exiting the taco place like comes and looks at this.
So what I'm trying to get at is there some way for me to blockade or block off in my short time the people who are properly fleeing from the people who are stupid enough to stay?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
They've made themselves distinct crowds.
Great.
Because the people that are dumb enough to stay have went forward. These people have went to the foyer. You can totally close those double doors and then grab like pews and like block the doors.
That's what I'm doing.
You can do that.
I will be in my big Dalu form, so and that should give me some extra strength to move stuff around. So
okay. Jim is killing, but Jim, do you let yourself go into rage in order to get all your willpower back?
I'm not a destroyer, so I wouldn't get willpower back. So no, once I've spent 5 turns in Garu, I'll drop down to Big Wolf to continue killing.
Okay. What does James do?
Well, I was going to go after those people who were trying to run away because they have straight up seen what's going on here. But now I can't see them, can I?
Nope.
Well, that's unfortunate. I'm going to try and make my way down that direction. Just ignoring what Uncle Ben is doing and like moving some stuff out of the way to get through those doors.
So in the darkness, Uncle Ben and James start like grabbing the same benches. Like, go ahead and give me like an opposed strength check as you are playing tug of war with benches.
This can. Oh. I mean, I'm not trying to stop him from barricading the doors. I'm just moving stuff so that I can go through them.
Fair. I got 3 successes.
Well, I only got 2.
Okay, so like it's very clear like why you would want to get through them, and Uncle Ben is preventing you. You can have this. You can have this debate now. You're in combat time, so you're like 40 something seconds away from losing yourself. Back to Chloe. Do you ask him more questions?
I want to know if there are other priests like him that aren't here?
No,
Are there other disciples?
absolutely.
I'll even phrase it like that. Disciples with his power or her power.
Absolutely. The Church of the Wolf, is spreading. Diana is our founder. Diana is traveling
Really?
the country, spreading our faith.
Chloe just gives this like fucking really expression. Is there anybody else locally?
No, we are the only ones fortunate enough to be blessed by the moon.
Oh, you're gonna be blessed by the moon, all right, asshole. That's my turn.
Okay, so I'll fast forward a little bit. So prior to all of you getting into Death Rage, you will kill about 100 of them.
I think I need a harmony check.
No, we'll get to those.
Oh, those will happen, I'm sure.
Does anybody that wasn't already in Death Rage have any actions that aren't killing humans prior to falling to Death Rage?
Go ahead, Chloe.
I'm gonna call to Uncle Ben and ask him if he wants me to unlock the front doors, because I can do that.
While I'm still lucid enough to do so, I will say that those who are not in this room are the least of our concern, and letting them go is not as big of a detriment as the ones who've chosen to stay.
Okay, so does Chloe open the front doors?
That's what he told me to do.
Cool.
Are you, with the same essence, locking the inner doors that separate them?
Yes, I can
Cool.
play with whatever I want. So the people who are
in the foyer can escape through the front doors. The inner doors that are also barricaded are now barricaded and locked.
Yes.
James, what do you do while you're still lucid?
Well, I mean, if they're letting those people out, then I'm not going to be able to get them all. I'm just going to go ahead and go after the people who are still here.
Cool. Okay. Eventually, you all lose yourselves to the music. No. You eventually all enter Death Rage. And you tear through the remaining ones that you can. Eventually, you run out of the ones that you can, and your pack starts fighting the Panther pack.
Great.
Your packs become the only viable targets for each other.
I mean, we were warned about that.
Yeah.
So if Spooky should be dropping out a little earlier than everyone else because he just ran with it. And at that point, he's strong enough on his own that even without Death Rage, he can kind of start pulling them off of each other towards the end.
Okay. Fair enough. Everyone, we'll just do one roll. Just see how we do. Everyone give me your, while in Gauru form, while in Frenzy, brawl plus strength check.
What does Frenzy do for that check?
Frenzy doesn't give you anything, but Garu should.
Yeah.
We're not doing any subtractions for defense or anything like that?
Just roll. I'm going to give the Panther Pack a roll. We're going to see how much you damage each other.
Oh, that didn't suck. Yay.
That's bad. That's actually bad in this case. The one time I want to roll shitty, I got 5 successes.
Great. Okay. How
3.
did you do? Okay, you get 3.
I've got 2.
2.
I've also got 2.
Give me a moment, it's a lot of dice.
I know it is.
Just the 5, though with Slaughter active, I'm doing more damage anyway. But
Okay. Fair. So,
can I get informed for this pack? Because I fought them.
can you get what?
Informed.
Yes. Yes. Okay.
Rolled an exception.
So thanks to Spooky popping out a little early, things are not quite as bad as they would be. All of you pop out of Death Rage with 3 lethal on you, from like the final like blows of somebody else before you shift out. You guys come to, there is blood and guts everywhere. 50 people are standing around. John, how long does your gift last on the power?
That's an interesting question. Give me a minute to see if there's anything specific about how long that actually lasts. A scene.
Okay. So I will say that this is beginning of new scene, for the purpose of dramatic effect.
You would.
So the lights turn on, and there are 50 people all kneeling and praying to you guys. They have built a circle around you. There is blood and guts all over you, soaking through your clothes. There's guts that have somehow made it up into the rafters, all over the walls. The pews that aren't barricading the back are shattered. And you look over at the Panther Pack, and the 3 members of the Panther Pack that are here, Logan is super fucked up. Like he's back in human form, and he's like holding pieces of himself together. Dave has also taken some really bad hits. It looks like his left arm is shredded. It's going to take a while for that to fully heal. Robin, the Bone Shadow Araka, lays in 2 pieces on the ground. And like 50 people that you have not touched are sitting there praying, and they're like, oh, we are the chosen ones. The children did not direct their wrath at us.
About that.
So this is a new scene, right?
It is.
Cool. I pop into Garu for another 5 turns, and let's finish this.
Okay, fair enough. None of them give off the auto Kuruth aura.
Yeah, but they just saw everything, so
No. I'm just letting you know. You can kill them at your leisure.
And we will.
Yeah.
What did you do with that priest?
Oh, she killed him.
I couldn't save him. Like there was no way for me to.
Yeah. So
Yeah, I just missed what happened there.
All the priests were a primary target of several of the characters, so the priests are all dead. These are just the 50 people that are still alive that have the when you're in frenzy, you don't choose me as a target merit. Well, you're not in frenzy anymore, so you guys could totally just chew through them.
Start popping heads.
Yep. You have no issue, and none of them stop you. They think that this is basically they spoke too soon in their hubris. How dare they invoke your wrath?
I hate to be that guy, but what happened to the other Sisker Da condition that people were suffering from?
It's still there.
Way to be that guy. Thanks.
Hey, it was going to come up eventually. I'd
No,
rather
you're not-
take care of it
You're
sooner
not
rather
wrong.
than later.
You're not
It's
wrong.
still there. One of the ones that was under it is now dead.
Ooh.
Chloe is kind of reluctantly gonna walk over to Logan and I know enough about his pack? Do I know enough about his pack to know that they've got like a healer or something? Assuming it wasn't Robin.
They do have a healer. The healer is on outside duty.
Okay.
So.
Okay.
Okay. So you guys managed to slaughter all of them. Logan and Dave like have tears coming down their face, like smearing through the blood, and yet like they look at the wall that this place shares with the Mexican place, and they begin heading back towards like the back exit.
It's locked. They're not getting out.
Okay.
I mean, they'll get out, and I will try and stop Logan and tell him that he can't go on a hunt in this condition, and then he needs
make
to
a
get
willpower
fixed.
check, Chloe.
Oh shit! That's
So
right. God
Spooky's
fucking damn it!
just gonna roll with hunting the taco guy next.
Fair enough.
3 successes.
So yes, so Chloe can be like, you can't go on the hunt in this condition. Stop.
Yeah, that's what she's gonna try and do. Not that he might not listen to her.
Logan makes his willpower check. Logan will stop trying to go out the back.
I'm going to go ahead and try and get Spooky to stop at this point. So,
okay. How?
Besides being in his way and telling him to back the fuck
Boy.
down, he knows better. So, I assume that's going to be intimidation at this point.
You can
going to cow him.
Like,
go for it.
Spooky, what's your composure? 3?
Composure's 3.
Okay, use composure as defense. So subtract 3.
Okay, and I'm going to spend another willpower for this.
Okay.
So.
Could you give him a bonus for being the alpha?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead and have 2 more dice for that.
Okay, I will take it. Oh, thank the maker. Thank the makers. Okay, so that was 4 successes. Since I have still an inspired from this shenanigan, I'm going to go ahead and expend that to make it an exceptional.
Spooky, he has convinced you, at least for this immediate action, not to keep pursuing the Taco Man.
The Taco Man? The Taco Man.
Fine.
Yeah.
Spooky will just kind of stand there and seethe while he waits for everyone else to figure out what they're doing.
Okay, fair.
I'm going to tell Chloe, figure out the next step now.
Chloe's gonna look at the rest of the people and go, stage this as Wolf attack, and Wolf gets into taco joint.
I had literally the exact same thought, like as you were saying that.
Cedar Falls is in northern Iowa.
But this is a church that worships wolves, and they totally could have brought wolves in for some stupid religious things like people do with rattlesnakes.
It's true. It's true. 1 second. Toddler got loose again.
No, there's a toddler on the loose.
There is a toddler on the loose.
It's almost as bad as wolves on the loose.
So we staged this to look like a toddler.
Toddler attack.
Too much of the building is too standing for it to be the wrath of a toddler.
Yep. Okay. So, anywhoozin. Yes, you can totally, like, you could, the cameras are not functioning yet. Now that there's like less chaos, you could try to find where they are and maybe have everybody shift into wolf form, and then somebody turn the cameras back on.
That sounds about like a good idea.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we will go that route to get things moving. We'll get that route. So all of you shifted to Wolf while Uncle Ben goes and finds where the camera controls are, turns it on. He can review the footage before the lights went down. What the camera saw was the backstage falling forward.
And then the lights go
any
out.
of you.
Even a little
And
bit.
then when the cameras turned back on, there was a bunch of blood-soaked wolves in the middle of the slaughter.
I'm gonna nom on a hand or something for good measure.
Right. When police find the footage, this was clearly a freak wolf attack. Yeah.
Yeah, when you do rituals with the wolves, you shouldn't lock the doors. It's just common sense.
Sucks to suck, yo.
I mean, they wanted to make sure the wolves couldn't get out.
Okay,
Yep.
cool.
Yep.
So, what do you do about the fact that 2 members of Panther and 2 members of your pack still feel the urge for some taco meat?
You mean some taco manager meat?
By the way, the members of Panther Pack that are still alive do get texts from the people out front are like 50 people got out, but they all seem to be suffering from like severe psychoses and like we're just fleeing into the night. We could not stop all of them.
Let them go.
And the taco place is closed up now. I could see the manager and the employees cleaning in the back, but there's like no customers there.
Okay. Let's just wait until the taco they lock up and we'll follow the manager home or something. I don't know. I just can't. Chloe is so beside herself right now.
Is there a check I can make to figure out if there's some way we can break this compulsion?
You can.
You can actively refuse to participate in it.
You can declare that you are not participating. It is a harmony sin towards human.
Yes.
But you can declare that you are not participating.
I would like to point out there is nothing in the Sacred Hunt ritual that says that you have to give a victory condition, and the Sisker Daw condition does specify that you do not have to kill the prey.
That's fair. You could legitimately.
The bad guys use the ritual is specifically to tell you have to go kill the prey.
Wow, see,
that's
a whole different thing.
Well, no. It's not a whole different thing. They are using it for a specific reason. We pray to the moon to send her children to kill the smelly taco manager so that we can buy that office space. And the children will go kill him.
The hunt can mean a whole bunch of different things, and Chloe's open to alternative.
At least half of that is probably going to pan out.
Right? No. Hunt can mean a lot of things. When you are choosing the hunt, you can be like, we go on this sacred hunt to instill fear in our target. Like, for an example, you could decide to do a sacred hunt against those realtors with the goal being to scare them permanently away from your farmland. Like, you could do that.
Okay.
But yeah, no.
These cheating cultists are just
Chloe
rude.
and Spooky, if they wish, I know that Jeremy at least doesn't wish to, but Chloe and Spooky, if they wish, can declare we refuse to participate in this, and it will be a breaking point towards flesh. But you just did a bunch of breaking points towards spirit, so maybe it'll balance out.
And we can probably convince the Panther Pack to members to forsake it too, if we need to. Maybe.
Possibly.
I am gonna real quick, and this is in the pertains of the hunt because we have to get Logan patched up before we go on the hunt anyway. I am gonna go unlock the door for the pack because there's nobody else in the parking lot because the taco place is shut down.
Great. So yep. So the other members of the pack will come in. They will heal up Logan and Dave, and then they will see what happened to Robin. and Uncle Ben can shut off the cameras once they're let in.
Yeah.
Before they let in, actually, so like it'll just cameras go dark before other stuff happens.
So they fall to the ground like crying. They're holding Robin's upper half. Yep. So, okay. So are you guys going to, Uncle Ben, are you going to make a check to try to convince the 2 members of Panther it's not worth it?
And Spooky, for that matter, but yes.
I'm
And
okay
Chloe.
with saying you've already convinced Spooky because you did get an exceptional intimidate.
Yeah, that as long as you're the one asking.
Yeah,
okay, cool.
That's fair.
Just like with every game, we'll deal with actual harmony checks off camera. But
yep, and then I'll get basically make sure Chloe's on board, and then the Panthers.
Okay.
So manipulation, persuasion.
Latest Archie band. Leadership persuasion.
And the Panthers.
Manipulation, persuasion. Also, I have a specialty in de-escalation.
This would definitely be de-escalating.
Okay.
Is that opposed, by the way?
It subtracts.
Subtracts composure.
Yeah. So what is your composure in this case?
2.
Okay, and the Panthers are 2. So just subtract 2.
Five successes.
Okay.
Well.
I will take the what conditions can I take again for that?
You can technically take any condition that you can convince me is appropriate. But
I was looking earlier. A good condition might be connected.
I will take that. That is actually a really good one for all of them. So we'll do that.
That's what I took when I got 5 successes on the Sacred Hunt ritual to bring the other pack people in.
Okay. Fair enough. So go with that. So the taco manager survives. The Panthers
For
pack,
today, at
Great
least.
success.
The Panther pack thanks you for your help. They're obviously very somber. They, once you tell them that you've set up the story that wolves attacked, they'll use some minor allies they have locally to push towards that. Some allies in the media and police.
They'll sell it.
They'll sell it. But yeah, otherwise they thank you for your help and kind of are like, if you don't mind, leave us alone to like be sad. So
Gonna have to do that.
Yeah.
What I will do is offer, if they have any need, want, or desire to come and visit us at some point, that they are more than welcome to. Especially with everything that's happened, if they need to either gain assistance from us or anything like that, definitely reach out. And then the other thing I'm going to also say and get Chloe to also chime in on this is fucking talk to each other.
Okay. Yep.
I'll be nicer about it, but yeah.
This shit doesn't happen again.
Okay. So, do you guys head back towards the farm? All right.
Yeah.
Spooky's activating the death mask again.
Okay. So, making your way past the farm, heading back to the farm. Let me check a few things. Okay. Checking the news, you do not notice any new things of mass destruction to the west.
Small miracles.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a new one to the east now.
Right.
The net total of mass destruction is about the same, but
Right. Yeah. Does anyone, you make it back to the farm, you clean up. get fresh clothes. No one in the farm questions why you guys have bloodstained clothes. No one questions it. Not even the ones that aren't technically in your pack.
I mean, we work on a farm. It happens sometimes.
To be fair, we could just say we were hunting. That's not technically wrong. And also, when you deal with your kill, that is, you're going to get...
Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're going to get bloody. It just happens.
So, okay. Unless anybody has anything to do that night, we'll fast forward to the next day. Okay. Okay. So, Chloe gets a call. From your packmate that handles the finances and accounts.
Oh, yeah, Mira. Yeah.
Yep. Just letting you know, hey, keeping an eye on that real estate place.
Mhm.
They have drawn up papers with the farm south of the Smith farm. They're about a week away from selling that farm to the Smiths. Just thought you should know.
Yeah, I appreciate it. There's something else I need you to look into. Church of what is it? Church of the New Dawn, or
Yeah.
yeah,
That was
Church.
the public name they're going by.
Yeah, Church of the New Dawn. They've got a figurehead named Diana. These churches are popping up all over, and they're going to cause some serious problems. So if you can figure out, all I got is the name Diana as far as who's in charge. If you can figure out more details on her and their organizational structure, that would be great.
Okay, I'll start looking into it.
Thanks.
All right. Anybody else have anything else that they're going to do or look into?
At some point, what time of the day is it at this point?
It's like morning.
Okay. At some point during one of the upcoming evenings, I'm going to be traveling to the nearest office for those real estate people when it's closed to break in and try and figure out some stuff. If anybody wants to come with me, you're certainly welcome to, but you don't have to.
haven't magically picked up powers that help other people stealth, have you?
No, I don't have that one yet.
Okay, then Spooky's gonna sit this one out.
Then nope.
So I have a question for you, David.
Yes.
We have defined our neighbors to the south, which are the Smiths.
Mhm.
And our current predicament is either somehow torpedo their agreement with the people to the south of them, and then cannibalize the Smiths farm, or deal with one of our neighbors to the east, west, or north. Is that basically the summation of that?
Basically, yeah, like, so your land is really, really big. But there is an outer perimeter where there's a dirt road, and on the other side of the dirt road is the outer perimeter of somebody else's farm. So if you want to keep growing, you have to get farmland from a neighbor.
I still think with my ability to be an impartial mediator that I can convince the Smiths to sell.
Okay.
I'm just throwing that out as an option for, like, not for David, that's for our group. That Chloe will say that I mean, definitely go on a fact-finding mission, see what you can figure out. But I think push comes to shove, I can convince the Smiths to sell to us.
Well, they won't do that if they just get new land. So we would have to still sabotage their current deal in order to do that. Which the only way to do that would be to figure out why the people to the south are actually selling.
Livestock problems, remember?
Yep.
Which we can fix.
Right.
So if we really want to just torpedo the crap out of it, we have to somehow help their livestock issue with enough additional oomph to make it look like we didn't just help them do it.
Were they
Or
getting
discreetly
sick?
sabotage the
David?
Smiths' cash flow so they can't afford to purchase right now.
That would also help too.
That's also an option. So what what your packmate has been able to gather is the livestock's been getting sick, and they aren't able to identify exactly what's causing it.
Okay. Well, then let's take some people who can talk to animals. Yeah. So while James is going in and wrecking, well, not wrecking, but like digging for information on the offices, Uncle Ben and I can go try and figure out what's wrong with. Oh, and if we wait until the nighttime when James is in the office, we can also take the gangrel.
Okay, fair enough.
True. The other option thing that we could do is at the same time. Does Jim have anything that he can contribute as far as helping with either sabotaging cash flow or bringing to bear to help deal with the Smith's side of things?
I can be really sociable and perhaps distract them while other people are wandering off to look around.
Okay.
That probably won't be needed during a nighttime thing.
Stealth mission.
Okay, so
But you do have another. But there's another thing you could do, which is the people in town who might know where the Smiths commonly do their most business, like which bank they go to, who their financial advisor is, that sort of thing, and or talk to the Smiths about that. So you could do some info gathering that way.
That's not a terrible idea.
I'd like to point out that Spooky can also be very convincing so long as you aren't worried about being friends with them ever again.
No, I know something I can add to this.
Here. We have to live here, Spooky.
okay.
Stag, if you're gonna piss them off anyway, you can have Spooky talk to them.
We're trying to convince them to sell to us, not.
James, you know from previous research, the closest office is in Cedar Rapids.
That's fine.
You also know from your packmate, the Gangrel, that Cedar Rapids is controlled by vampires.
I'm not going there to cause any trouble with anybody in particular, and as long as I avoid those vampires, I think I should be okay.
Okay.
Assuming they don't own their office.
Right. So,
I mean, I'm not like burning it down.
You would
Maybe.
be if you took Spooky with you.
I mean,
Spooky did not burn the school down. That was Anthony's character.
You were present for it, though.
So was Jim.
That was the Flaming Rat Host. I don't know what you're talking about.
it is known.
Officer, I do not
fundamentally
remember the
catch on
incident
fire.
in question.
Okay, so let's do James first. James, are you taking anyone else with you, or is it just you?
it sounds like it's going to do just me because everybody else has got either something to do or is afraid that they will get themselves caught.
Do you
So,
take any of the spirits with you from your pack, or any?
remind me what they are again. I can't remember all of them.
There is a stealth spirit that is the thing behind the rose. Knowledge spirit.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring the thing behind the rose with me, basically to act as a lookout while I'm doing this stuff.
Okay.
Because it understands.
You take one of the cars and head on to Cedar Rapids. You get there shortly after sundown.
Okay.
Make me a visual perception check.
That's wits composure.
Yep.
Two successes.
Okay. You start to notice, the first thing you notice is the thing behind the rose that is sitting in your passenger seat, like hiding underneath a blanket, starts like shifting around a lot.
Well, that's weird, but okay.
And you follow where its eyes, visible under the blanket, are looking. As you are driving, you notice, at first you're like, no, there shouldn't be that many of those out. That's weird. But then you realize, no, really, yeah. Bunch of owls are perching on like the power lines and
This sounds like a vampire problem.
and on like the branches, and they're just all like bending their heads. And there's something very off about these owls, but with only 2 successes, you can't put your finger on it. Something very weird about them, and it's making the thing behind the rose very nervous.
Okay.
And it's like the owls. There's something wrong with the owls.
The owls are not what they seem.
I'll nod and like I'm gonna keep an eye on them and see if they're like following me or if they're just sitting there and like we just drive past them.
Well, so like they seem to be sitting there, but like as you go forward, more of them like land on the things. So you're not sure if they're following you or if there's just an awful lot of them.
Yeah, that's really strange, but all right.
And so you find in a business park the office of the real estate place. The office that Brad and Lily actually work out of.
All right then.
It's closed this late.
Naturally.
Yep. And I want to say, name of the place is Fresh Start. So Fresh Start Realty. So yeah, how far away do you park?
How big is this office park?
The office park's pretty big. It's got a couple dozen businesses stretched out over a pretty large parking lot.
So a lot of office parks have like some fast food places and things in them.
Yeah, there's like a Panera.
Okay.
There's like a Panera built into a corner.
Are they still open? Is it early enough in the evening that they're open still
They're
for
still
like
open,
dinner?
and they've got an assortment of people in there with laptops. Like,
so I'm gonna park like at the edge of their parking lot and then just kind of hoof it over to where I'm going.
Okay. Make me wits larceny.
Two successes.
Okay. You notice where the cameras are, so you can walk like in arches where they won't notice you too much.
Okay.
Okay. You make it to the entrance of the building that says that's where Fresh Start is. The entrance is not locked.
Well, that's weird.
The entrance takes you into like a lobby area with a directory that then tells you where their office is.
Yep.
Their office is on the 2nd floor in room 217.
Okay. I will, I guess, stealth my way up there. Are there a bunch of lights on in this building still?
As you, like, there's like dim lighting, and as you enter, the lights are like on.
Oh, it's one of those.
Yeah.
But there weren't any like I didn't, as I was approaching the building, I didn't notice like any lights that were obviously on from either like a person working late or like a security guard passing through rooms.
Up on the 3rd floor, you saw some lights on, but nothing on the 2nd.
Okay. I will. I'm gonna go ahead and spend to activate shutdown again. I'm going to control the radius, so it's just the first 2 floors.
Okay. That's fine.
So I don't accidentally get picked up on any cameras or anything.
That is fine.
Just make sure that I. Yeah, I got 2 successes to turn that on. So.
Sounds good. You can take the stairs up.
Okay.
And you can find an office. Using that effectively opens their door since it's electronically locked.
Okay.
And you go in. What specifically are you looking for?
So do they have like a room, like a filing room where they keep like paperwork on people and stuff like that? I'm looking for that, and then if not, then I'm going to look for like the offices of the people who would probably be working on the specific stuff in this instance. So the people who
Okay.
we've heard of.
Make me a wits investigation check.
Did we get back our willpower from the last thing?
Yep.
Okay, so I'm going to spend a willpower on this just because I want to succeed at it. 3 successes.
Okay. Their filing isn't like a back room. One of their walls has like a long filing cabinet. You also find the cubicles with the nameplates matching Brad and Lily.
Okay.
You find their cubicles and you find the filing cabinet.
Okay. So I'm going to look for any files on us and the farms around us, the Smiths and them.
Okay. You have no problem finding those. They're basically like notes on their interactions with all of you. They have a note that when they showed up at your farm, you were not very like welcoming, and so they should probably focus on like your neighbors.
Okay.
Otherwise, they don't have a lot of like they've got stuff that is more or less public record if people ask around, like the your family has lived on this farmland for 105 years.
Yeah, I imagine stuff for like the Smiths. They've got notes about like what they're looking to sell and how much they're looking to sell it for and stuff like that.
There's nothing super shady, but like it reinforces what their agenda is. Their agenda is to make money by slowly but surely selling all the farmland to whoever the richest farmers are.
Yep. Yeah, that's kind of what I figured. But I'm really just looking for like information about who's interested in selling and who's selling to who and how much and all of that stuff. And then I'm going to go to the computers of the 2 people that we know are investigating our area and just take their hard drives.
Okay. What you're able to do is you can just take their computers. They have the little mini desktops.
Oh, that's not useful.
Like 6 inches by 6 inches by 2 inches.
Okay.
Does your character have computer?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, those are probably not going to be useful to me at all.
I'll just give you. They will have a local hard drive on there. They're probably keeping their work stuff on a network.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm looking for a network room then.
Okay. You find one.
How big is their? Do they have like a huge SAN? Is it just like a self-contained thing? Do you know?
Yeah, it's a standard server rack. I'm going to give you how much computer do you have?
2.
Okay. 2? Okay, give me an int computer to figure out if your character knows what you, the player, know. Because you, the player, may have like computer 4.
3 successes.
Okay, so you see where their tape decks are. You see they have a container that is marked tape backups, 30 keep 30 days.
Okay.
You also see where the tape that would have that evening's backup of network files is.
Yep. Okay, so I am this is going to be real interesting. Hopefully nobody will catch me leaving this building. I'm going to take all of their tapes and the actual tape like drive, like pull the whole thing out because I can't read them without it. So
your farm does not have that thing. So okay, you take it. Give me just a dex stealth check to get back to your car unseen.
Four successes.
Okay, you make it. You're sneaking around. Come around the corner to where you've parked.
And you know what? I'm actually going to spend an inspired condition to make that an exceptional.
Fantastic. You come around the corner and you see cluttered around your car a bunch of owls. You can now tell what's weird about them. They seem to be made out of night. Yeah, the thing behind the rose seems to jump. Like it's hiding behind a bush and it like pops up. And then the owls just kind of like look off in the distance and all fly off.
Oh, all right then. That was weird, but do I know of any spirits like that?
Do you have what are your occult specs?
I do not have occult specs.
No.
So I've never seen or heard of anything like that. Okay, that's got me a little freaked out. It's time to
Heard of
leave. I'm gonna
knowledge
put all of this
spirits,
stuff
but why would
into
so
my.
many knowledge spirits be on your car?
Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and just stick all this stuff into the car and get the heck out of Dodge.
Fair enough. Okay, you escape. Okay, the two people on the gangrel going to the
Mhm.
farm at night. Okay.
Yep.
The neighbors south of the Smiths are the Billings,
Okay.
and you have just give me a Dex plus Stealth +2 on the off chance you somehow like drastically fail
Don't jinx us. Look, just
and all the dice roll like 2s and
2 successes.
okay, there you go.
3 successes, and I'll go ahead and resolve my last inspired condition from the previous thing. So
Cool. You guys managed to stealth onto the farm and get over to where they are keeping their livestock. Their livestock are divided up into different like barns.
Mhm.
But there's nobody currently out there working it.
Yeah.
So the gangrel and the two of you can freely talk with the animals. What sort of stuff do you ask? They've primarily got cows, but they also have some pigs and a small little coop with some chickens.
I'm gonna ask them what. Well, I can't talk to animals, so
I can translate though. So
I'm gonna ask them which animals are getting sick and how long ago did they start getting sick.
They point out. They will let you know that it's the cows.
Mm-hmm.
The cows have been getting sick ever since something has gone wrong with the fields.
Okay.
And the cows can let you know like what fields.
Oh, could we have brought the book spirit with us as well?
Sure.
I was going to bring the book spirit with me, actually.
Oh, okay. Well,
a
then
different
never
thing I wanted to do.
mind. You can have it.
Okay.
That's fine.
I'll get the gangrel. You get the book spirit.
Okay. The gangrel offers to sniff around the field.
Yes, please.
Okay.
Thank you, Jacob.
yeah, have Jacob do that, and then what I will end up doing is asking what kind of symptoms the cows are having, like what is ailing them specifically, and also look at the state of the farm that we are in generally,
Okay.
to get an idea of what are the Billings doing that they could be doing better.
So that will be okay. So just asking the animals the symptoms. That's not a check. The animals will let you know that it feels like we are getting old. Feels like our life is ending too quick. I will give you your choice of like an int academics or an int animal ken or an int survival to look around and go, could they be farming better?
I will go off of in survival in that case. So
Sure.
bit more in line with what I do. So 1 success.
Can I do an in animal kin
For
looking around, or would that need to be an assistance to him?
are you trying to go for the same thing he's doing or something different?
I'm trying to like take a look at their feed and like their living conditions to see besides like the fields. Yeah.
Sure. So you do your animal kin. Uncle Ben, for their general farming approaches and tactics, they seem to be doing adequate. Like, whatever's going on with these cows is not due to them effing up their jobs, as far as you can tell. Did Chloe get any successes?
Yes, I got 3.
Okay, so the feed seems fine. It is not moldy. It is not rotten. It seems fine.
Okay.
Jack comes back from the field and goes,
Jacob.
Jacob, I'm sorry, comes back and says something smells off. Can one of you come and check it out?
Yeah, let's both go and.
Okay. You guys notice right away. The ground in the center of this field kind of dips down a bit and makes like a very shallow valley, and the ground there is very moist, as if there's water just like right underneath the ground. And the two of you are like, oh, this is a loci. Oh no, this isn't a loci. And what you get is that this used to be a loci, and now all of its essence is poisoned.
Oh no.
And so something has taken a life-giving, like the cattle were probably from eating from the grass here, were probably super healthy from just eating essence and not even knowing it. And now something has corrupted that essence, and now they're slowly poisoning themselves.
Can I want to shunt my senses across to get a sense of what type of poisoning and if there's anything on the other side that is currently lurking?
What you get from looking to the other side is you get that there are a bunch of rank 1 banes, little nasty toxic spirits floating around in this area. What that tells you as a Uratha is something came here, either A, utterly permanently drain this locus, and the Banes are just moving in to fill the spiritual gap, or B, actively corrupted it and then moved on.
I will share this information.
Yep. So you guys will have to do more investigation into that.
Okay.
Meanwhile, what was Jim doing? Jim, speaking of peering across the gauntlet, was going to cross the gauntlet at his farm, head down to the Smith residence, and see if he can locate Mr. Smith.
Sure. Mr. Smith is reading a book, like a book about World War II, while smoking a pipe in a rocking chair next to a place.
I would like to use a gift.
Okay.
I would like to know the prey.
Okay.
I would like the knowledge spirit to assist me with that by making me gain knowledge better.
Sure. The knowledge spirit will use its mastery of knowledge. Go ahead and have a +2 on knowledge checks.
Cool. I did spend a willpower to make it rote, 7 successes. I will take informed about Mr. Smith and the Smith farm, and will know basically.
You muted yourself again. You'll know basically what? You muted yourself again.
His stuff, who he's connected to, probably something incriminating, any names he goes by. Stuff.
He's not like a particularly shady person, so you get his stuff for what it's worth. Like you know his allies, you know his contacts, but like he's curmudgeon-y, but he's not like underhanded. He does have a lot of money. Because being so curmudgeon-y, being so conservative with his money, he has amassed a lot by not really paying his workers very well. And it helps that his workers are primarily his kids and grandkids. So like he can convince them to work for cheap. He's running it more like a business and less like a family thing, like you guys do on your farm. So, yeah.
I
So
already like him less.
Right, you might be able to use that against him.
Can I have his social security number?
Sure.
That is one of the examples given for exceptional success.
Sure, you have a social security number.
Excellent.
Okay, so to wrap things up, James, you realized as you're driving back from Cedar Rapids that you were supposed to do your first shift at Casey's tonight. Or, I'm sorry, yes, at Casey's. You're supposed to do your first shift at Casey's. Are you?
Yes,
Okay.
I took the Casey's thing. Sorry,
Right.
my son decided to just wander in here and give me a thing.
Yep, like my son is randomly behind me making noise instead of being in the basement, like he's supposed to. Anywho, so you get there in time to start your shift. Like evening but not overnight manager's like, hey, welcome. And they, since it's your first night there, they go over a list of things. They're like, okay, so you've got a mop and blah blah blah. You have a nice like 5-hour window where customers don't come in, where you're by yourself, and you use that opportunity to clean the roller grill. You'll have somebody show up at this point to deliver the papers. You'll have somebody show up at this point to drop off the new donuts.
They give me 5 hours worth of work to do, is what you're telling me.
They give you 5 hours worth of work to do, and then they give you just a quick, brief training on how to do the register, because you will have a 3-hour window where the initial customers come in.
Yep.
Okay. So, 5 hours pass pretty peacefully with just you and the behind the rose spirit who went ahead and tagged along, who is behind the Casey's rose. Out of the corner of your eye, you keep seeing a customer, and it's just the spirit who's never been in this Casey's, and it's just like, huh.
I didn't know they had this.
Right? Hey, they've got a lot of varieties of Skittles. And
I would like to point out that he gave me 5 hours of work to do. I do it in 2.5.
oh yeah, of course, because of your merit, absolutely.
That's right.
And so, yeah, and so about to have a cameo from a toddler.
A toddler walk into the store and try to buy some Skittles.
Toddler tries to walk in the store and buy some Skittles. Okay, so, you open the door at the time you're supposed to open the door. By this point, the person with the newspaper's already dropped off the newspaper. Mommy. That's not Mommy. Doesn't even look like Mommy. Anyways, drops off the newspapers. You've had the donuts dropped off. Sorry, just get stuff off your face. You've had the newspapers dropped off. You had the donuts dropped off. And initially, you don't have anybody like waiting at the door when you open, because it is a Casey's in a small town. So while you are told that there will be locals that will swing by, there's going to be like, old man Jeffers is going to swing by at like 7 a.m. to get his coffee, and he'll sit over at like, there's a couple like benches, like he'll sit over at that like bench table and drink his coffee and buy a newspaper, and he'll be there for like exactly an hour, and then he'll leave, and he's just there every morning.
Yeah, whatever.
But after about 10 minutes of after the store opens, one of Mr. Smith's grandsons comes in. This one's name is Eric. You went to high school with him.
Well, okay then.
He comes in, he goes, hey, James, didn't know you were working here.
It just started.
Yeah. And he goes, he's got like a thermos. He goes and pours himself some coffee, and he's looking at the donuts, and he's like, hey, I saw you visit my farm the other day. Honey. I saw you visit the farm the other day. And sorry we gave you a cold reception. Grandpa Smith always tells us to try to get strangers to leave. And one second. And so and so sorry, but like we really should get together sometime. And he like comes up the counter. He's chosen a donut and he's filled his thermos with coffee. And yeah. And he's sitting there and he's like, okay, how much I owe you? You're like ringing him up.
Yep.
Make me a wits composure check.
Can I keep in my dick?
No, you're fine.
1 success.
Okay. You notice out of the corner of your eye, the thing behind the rose look up and then go flying out of the building like something smacked it away. But you have no idea what did it.
Super weird.
And you're sitting here and you're like ringing up Eric. And you're like, okay, that'll be $275. And he pulls out his wallet and he's like, hi, James. Man, we really do need to catch up sometime. And at that
I
point,
agree. There's no reason for us to be strangers.
At that point, a tentacle shoots through his chest, wraps around his neck, like his heart shoots forward and hits you like in the chest, and his blood's like squirting out. The tentacle wraps around his neck, pulls him through a hole in reality that closes with a loud plop, and leaves you standing there on the camera, splattered in his blood. And that is where we will end things.
Don't eat it.
I mean, I don't need his power, so no, I'm not going to eat it. Come on.
My God, great.
That's
our
our
first
first reaction. Don't eat it.
Our blood cleaning budget must be ridiculous.
Hey, I didn't do this. This is not on me.
At least
I am
we
gonna
know
have
what
to
made
mop
that
that up, though.
hole.
I'm
We
going to
need
have to mop that up,
recruit a
though.
laundry spirit into our pack, right?
Right.
Here's the thing. I'm going to have to mop that up, but it's only going to have to take me half as much time as usual.
Right.
Oh man.
So, that was a very bloody session.
Yeah, it was.
It's like we're werewolves or something. What?
Right. So, I will go ahead and give people a chance to say their thoughts, and if they've got anything to pitch it. Jeremy, thoughts or anything to pitch?
I think I got another week of Hometown Heroes, the 100th Vigil 2nd Edition stream that I'm on. Otherwise, fun and bloody times.
Nice. Ender, what are your thoughts?
So again, I'm Ender Astreus. Check out any number of individuals who end up getting hosted on my stream, mostly because I don't do a lot of streaming myself currently. So please go see other people and see what kind of fun they're up to. With that being said,
Yeah.
oh my God, how many people did we just kill today?
So many. If my numbers are correct, you killed 150, and then Mysterious, totally not a cannonball, just killed another thing.
Yep.
Right. So
our kill rate is over 99%.
Things have gone horribly wrong repeatedly. It's great. I'm enjoying it.
Good thing there's absolutely no rules out in 2.0 for Hunter the Vigil.
So that's my piece.
Hey,
Hey,
No,
we
it's
didn't
supposed
kill
to
any of those
David.
people. We didn't kill any of those people near where we live. Thank you very much.
it's not our problem. It's the Panther Pack's problem.
That is
Also,
absolutely correct.
They started it.
They did. This,
Hey.
what can you learn from this, kids? Communicate
Sarah,
with one another.
Sarah,
There's
what are
your
your
little.
final thoughts?
That's your final thought for the day.
Okay.
Communicate with one another.
Mhm.
Talk to one another and share your feelings. There you go.
All right, John, what are your final thoughts?
I mean, I know we made light of this, but tentacles are nothing to mess around with.
Yep. All right, and Dennis, what are your final thoughts?
Kingsman, your soundtrack was better, but our church battle was more appealing and destructive. So I feel like we won that engagement. The ball is now in your court.
Oh, yeah. There is another one coming out. It's like a prequel.
I know. I'm so excited.
Oddly, both fights still involve people being compelled to anger.
It's true.
Very true.
Okay. I am David Fuller. We do this session every Saturday. I try to get it onto YouTube the same day. If you wish to edit or engage with any of the content, come find me at Gamer Behind the Rose on Patreon. The current plan, assuming we don't get more people that are down with the flu, is to do character creation for Dystopian Rising this Tuesday evening from 9 to 11 Central Time. I will go through the standard channels and advertise that before I begin streaming. And if that's not going to happen, I also will go through and let people know that we're putting it off for one more week. But yeah, so that's the plan. But yeah, so I want to thank everybody for joining us, and hopefully I will see some of you next time. Bye.